Another long video.
Ever since Twitch took over our lives back...
cheeseburger.
Go ahead then. Hi, Apollo.
Don't bother watching the video, King. Just
Nom.
play Tekken 8 instead, NymN.
I should.
Back in 2011, it's assembled a rich library of emotes that have defined the user experience. And while every smaller content creator might dream of having their face plastered across the platform, there's no set formula for having your visage elevated among the pre-existing spamtheon. Some emotes became wildly popular because they immortalized iconic moments.
And you tear him up and you always, hey, there he is. I'm not sure what that face is, but we'll.
He's
we'll,
just so
we'll run
weird
with
to
it.
look
While
at.
others have achieved legendary status by helping us to communicate in a specific
Hey, get
way.
back, get
What
back.
is over here? What is stored in there?
But there exists a different breed of emote.
Chat, we made Monka S.
A kind that's popular just because an army of oddballs simply wants them to be. And as you may have guessed, Forsen E, the distorted face of streamer Sebastian Forsen 4s, falls into exactly that camp.
Hop in.
Zoomers LUF. Rage quit like
That's
a
so annoying! Why is there a fucking
anti-LULU.
there, man? Everybody on the fucking ground, this is a robbery!
Oh, I missed Lions.
Sir, this is a spoon bank.
I know.
Shoot.
Most of you watching this video have no idea what Forsen E
Oh
even
shit, look at that. Wait, oh my god. Is this Everland? And then look, there's Sly Wolf too. He's also not with us anymore.
means. But from a probability point of view, it's incredibly likely that you've seen it in chat. But how did it get so huge? Why has Forsen's community made it their mission to see his face plastered all over the internet?
Most used emote on Twitch? Wait, really?
And have they taken their twisted infatuation with him way too far?
Guys, is this show as an app? Guys, is it not show?
Guys, what the fuck is that? Guys, what is this? It's every XQC reaction I see these days.
Hey, before we get into the video, just wanted to let you know that we're really enjoying bringing this series back for you, and if you're also enjoying it, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. You can also like and subscribe. Those things really do help. Okay, so since the dawn of humanity, we've been obsessed with one simple question. What's the point of all this? And thanks to the existence of things like butthole covers for dogs, clothing that turns your baby into a highly uncoordinated janitor, and televised political debates, sometimes we need to acknowledge that not everything actually has a point. And that's exactly where Forsen E fits in.
Shitey bitch with the 520 bits. Says Forsen E, the Forsen E face.
It's not the biggest one anymore though, is it? Stats.streamelements.com. Top Twitch emote. What is this? Forsen 5G. XO Pash L. These are just botted at this point, right? What are any of these? Smork is really high up.
Is Forsen E of Forsen E, Twitch Forsen
Forsen E is also botted.
It's true.
Forsen E is an
Human
enigma,
bots,
but
though.
that doesn't mean there isn't a bizarre origin story behind it. The face in the image belongs to the Swedish former StarCraft and Hearthstone pro and current streamer Hans Eli Sebastian Forsen 4s. If you haven't already been unconsciously introduced to Forsen in chat, you may have heard of him thanks to his speedrunning rivalry with XQC over the last couple years.
Oh, really?
Forsen began his gaming career playing StarCraft 2.
Why didn't they hire me for this video?
He abandoned that path after realizing that he just wasn't good enough to be the best.
There was a point where I was playing StarCraft and I saw all these prize pools and I'm thinking to myself, maybe you can earn a lot of money playing video games nowadays. All I have to do is win all these tournaments with these hundreds and thousands of, dollars in prize pools and I can do what I like and earn money. But then, the Koreans came and that's not possible. No one can win that much, unless you put in 16 hours a day and it's not reasonable in the long run. So I quickly gave up on playing games professionally.
So Forsen went back to university before realizing he wasn't interested in the corporate grind either. That's what pushed him to drop out and become a streamer, launching his official Twitch channel in May of 2011.
I vividly remember counting like, oh my god, I am earning $5,000 a month, $10,000, $15,000 a month playing video games for a living. But I realized like this is the never-ending battle of dopamine rushes that will eventually, you know, give you diminishing returns. And you know, you are already the 1%, top 1%, right? Why do you have to be the top 0%?
I will forever have mad respect for Mad Monk for managing to pull him out and actually asking questions, have an answer, explain a lot of these things. Not a lot of people succeed with that.
Top 1%, right? Why do you have to be the top 0.1%?
Forsen quickly became one of the biggest Hearthstone streamers before pivoting to other games. And as a community formed around him, they began to clamor for custom emotes, and that's how we ended up with Forsen E. The face comes from this Via game video that also features interviews with WoW legend Kungan and Tempo Storm Hearthstone player Gara.
Who would I be? I would be Batman.
Because he's awesome.
Because he's awesome.
It's at this point in the video that he kind of smiles and almost gives us a look that's part The Rock, part Matthew McConaughey. I don't know, you can kind of get Steve Buscemi vibes from it.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Anyway, Forsen's community.
Is this guy a Dirty King player, by the way? Just noticed this. Sibo, welcome back.
Community's creepily distorted version of his face would become a subscribers-only emote for his Twitch channel in 2016 following a contest. The eyebrow reaches for the top of the frame while his cheeks melt towards the bottom, kind of like that senator from the first god-awful X-Men movie. While the emote is certainly grotesque.
You know what? This guy sort of missed a thing here, okay? This is why you should have had me on as a consultant, the Score Esports. They should have brought up Forsen C. That was the OG Forsen E. It was the same face. It was the same clip, same everything. It was just a picture, nothing else. Right? Yeah, there it is. It's still around. That Forsen C came before Forsen E and was very, very popular.
That didn't stop Forsen's community from weirdly becoming obsessed with it. Although Forsen himself appears to be a bit of a strange guy, there's no question that his community has proven itself to be infinitely weirder. And
what is this? True. These are all the combinations. Forsen E plus little W is Lulle. Forsen E plus Kek W is Keki. Forsen E plus Joy is Forsen Joy.
weirder. And their infatuation with the godforsaken emote they elected inspired them to spread awareness of it across the internet.
Sebastian is celebrating 34 years. Happy birthday to my love, Seb. From your soulmate, Nina, and dog, Peppa. What? My daughter would love that.
Shut up!
Remember, Forsen E is exclusive to Forsen subscribers who refer to themselves as the Forsen Boys. Boys, for the fecally uncultured, is basically poop in Swedish, but phonetically it doubles for boys in English. So yeah, these guys are essentially happy to refer to themselves as Forsen's excrement lads, which means they're sort of putting him on a porcelain pedestal.
Forsen, Forsen boys, Forsen boys.
Forsen is love. Forsen is life. Forsen's hair looks very nice. Forsen is sexy. And he rock. I just want to suck his
Swedish meatballs.
Now, it might feel overly simplistic or even unfair, but it's the truth. Forsen seems to be a weird guy held hostage by a massive mob of even weirder guys.
Action is coming. Action is coming. Action is coming.
In this uncommon event, the behind of the green screen, which is believed to hide his room and bodies, was showing some visible part of it. Chat noticed and started talking about how they could see the body of Nina in a joking fashion.
So we could delve deeper into his past playing Hearthstone, and we could talk about the community's bizarre subreddit or the hundreds of inside jokes they have.
Look at that shit, dude. I can't see my f***ing chat.
Get you winning, huh?
No.
It's time to play Sniper.
My mentions are literally being flooded by this one image of f***ing Forsen at a Dota f***ing competition. I can't read my chat.
But none of that actually explains what this emote means or how it got huge. Because this emote isn't about Forsen, it's about his community.
I did not care about moderation or political topics or anything like that. And then obviously, then a community forms based on that.
The Forsen boys want the rest of the world to see Forsen in a particular way, or at the very least, they want you to know who he is. And in 2018, they achieved that goal in impressive fashion, specifically by spamming Forsen-E enough across the entire platform to make it Twitch's most used emote, overtaking the likes of Kappa and Tryhard.
Dedication, I guess. Maybe if you spent that energy elsewhere, you wouldn't be f***ing lonely on Valentine's, boys.
Yep, and that's the end of the story. They got Forsen-E to the top and then thought, nice work, lads. Let's go home.
Oh, good. Why, that's very good. Yes, I like that.
Just kidding. These guys are actually bad shit, so they made it their mission to do it again. And the emote they wanted to popularize next was Forsen CD. This version of the emote added a pair of wraparound shades and a mustache that seemed to reference Dr. Disrespect, often with D Omega Lol C added, which admittedly confused the shit out of the members of the Champions Club.
It's because the text-to-speech read it out as D Omega Lol C.
It also quickly became associated with a cover of the Gillette song that Doc had recorded that showed an impersonator dancing. And the good doctor was not happy about it.
Just type in Forsen CD. I'm sure you'll get a lot of faces there.
Doc and the boys had beef already, specifically because they love to reference his marital infidelity, revealed on a tearful out-of-character stream in 2017. But the emote spread baffled everyone else.
Forsen CD.
Yes.
I see it.
D.
Oh my, dude. Almost hit that car.
That was 7 years ago? Jeez Louise. Skojar Doom, 50 months, welcome back. Garrett Pooley, thanks for the 34 months.
What do you think it stands for?
And the Forsen fanatics would
just they didn't put the compact disc part in.
Not let Doc forget about the emote.
CD Omega Lol, 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 CD Omega Lol,
CD Omega Lol.
I did the emote. Tweet him, chat. Hey, try to get some likes on my tweet.
Well, do you want to be my love?
Forsen, I'm your number one fan. I spammed your little CD.
The buys battle against Doc didn't end there, though. In 2021, they brought forth a new emote, Forsen 5G, making fun of Doc for appearing to buy into the pseudoscientific idea that shungite could remove supposedly harmful 5G radiation.
Well, I don't
It's a
remember
2 billion year old, like, rock stone that protects against frequencies and unwanted frequencies that may be traveling in the air.
I don't know. That's about the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Now, I didn't personally picture Doc as a crystal daddy, and I guess the boys didn't either, but they felt everyone should know. So they spammed it until it reached the top again, where it remains among the platform's most used emotes. It's not entirely clear why Forsen's audience is borderline obsessed with him, more so than perhaps any streamer's fans we've ever seen. But what has become obvious over the years is that they're willing to push the envelope when it comes to the types of lore they're willing to create about their hero. Although recently they may have crossed the line. On November 17th, 2023, Forsen took to X, stating that he was skipping his stream for the day due to illness. But when his absence extended beyond that, his community began speculating the worst. Now, over the years, the gaming community has been rocked by the tragic passing of known and beloved personalities in the streaming space. So, because of the sensitive nature of these stories, they're taken very seriously. But when it comes to the Forsen boys, nothing, not even death, appears to be off limits. For the best part of a week, they tastelessly theorized the different ways in which he'd expired, while others were genuinely concerned enough that they searched for answers in the chats of other big streamers.
Help Balls. Balls help Forsen, he needs you. He's just the room next door. Help him please, not much sugar left in his diet. Remember he created you, our leader. Don't forsaken him.
Finally, after 8 days of radio silence, Forsen rose from the alleged dead to the jubilation of his chat, although he wasn't particularly moved by their concerns.
The Ugandan warriors were so worried about you, they held a vigil thinking you were dead. They mourned, they cried. They even resorted to watching leeches like Vedikas and NYMN. Please never leave us again. Love from discord.gg/Uganda.
How about you get a life that doesn't revolve around a streamer? Huh? Did I just listen to?
And honestly, he makes a great point. Streamers rely on their audiences to keep up their lifestyle, but sometimes the boundaries between them aren't always respected. And as much as you might feel like you know a streamer based on the time you spent consuming their content, at the end of the day—
What is this? What the hell am I looking at here?
They're human beings and are entitled to their privacy and space.
Summit threatens to stream less because of his toxic Twitch. What? Summit has a toxic Twitch chat? Bro, it's never even moving when I watch him. Dude's got like 15,000 viewers. It's like they're all high. And he's probably the #1 like second monitor streamer on Twitch too, I think.
Without justification. But that's probably what makes Forsen's relationship with his chat all the more unique. He hasn't voiced his displeasure at any of their behavior over the years, and he hasn't set boundaries.
I don't mean to throw shade with that. That's the he puts on, like, he does very, very long, very relaxing streams. There's a definite market for that. Him and Crip and stuff, you know? That's a specific type of streaming. There's nothing wrong with it.
He accepts it all as part of the gig, and it's everyone else's problem to deal with it. But why? Honestly, who knows? Based on the evidence, he just seems to be a strange dude with a dark sense of humor who doesn't take himself too seriously and just likes to play video games. So he's clearly found his people. And while it's hard to envision how much further his community can take their platform-pervading trolling shtick to popularize their leader, it doesn't seem like they're going to let him become yesterday's news anytime
This
soon.
clip.
Wow, people are sick, man.
Wait a second. Didn't you make masks out of my face and disperse them around the office after you killed me off in the Timo episode?
Yeah, but I did it for the
7TV.
memes. It's what you would have wanted.
You're talking about me like I'm not even here anymore.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Never forget, D.
How did it get so huge? Are you literally losing it over that?
Lee Sussy Imposter, 10 months, welcome back. This is actually a pretty good video. They were a lot more extensive and thorough and covered a lot more than I thought they initially would. I guess that's why it's called over-explained or whatever. My only gripe is, why was I not in this video? Not even one little clip? One tiny mention? What the fuck? Zoil made it in. They put Zoil in it. Feel a bit left out here. But yeah, that was good. That was good.